Oh, speaking of high school kids, I'm going to be talking about all grown up and now struggling with the reality of adulthood. Euphoria, episode 4. Ain't it fun? Living in the... I'm not, you gotta listen to Paramore. Because when you hear that song, you think, wow. Haley Williams said, yeah, guys, being an adult is depressing. But
And this episode is a prime example of what that looks
meanwhile,
like.
I was too happy shaking my ass, and then I found out, fast and quick.
Yes, we're going to be talking about Euphoria episode 6. Episode
Oh.
4. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number. We're only at episode 4. Why do they feel like this is going longer than
Because
it
it's
needs to be?
dragging. It dragged. It's only now picking up.
Yeah. This is probably... I don't know,
This is
might be
the
my favourite
best episode.
My favourite episode.
This is the best episode.
My favourite episode for sure. It seemed like they finally found a footing. We'll see how it goes afterwards, but things have kicked off straight away with Ruth. We've carrying from the events that happened in the previous episode. She's been captured, she's been arrested, taken over by the DEA. And now, as we assumed will happen, she's now become an informant. By the way, she's horrible at talking to police officers. She can't lie for shit.
No, because she normally can handle stress, but I think because she just hasn't had a time to like plan it out in her head, she wasn't prepared.
Yeah, they got her still. They said first they said, we just caught you with this and this, like little bag of weed and pills. Turns out no, we seen you in Mexico. We found this amount of drugs in your car. We lied. You lied. Come work for us. And now she's gonna be an informant.
So there's a lot of fan theories about this episode. The first one being that Rue is talking to her conscience in the DEA office. So one is the angel and one's the devil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this series seems to really be playing with
spirituality.
Yeah, a lot of characters be going through like spiritual arcs. Like even like Nate, we've seen his he's now had like an epiphany. So in the last episode, he got attacked, got beaten the F out of, but he's got his foot cut off. One of his toes got cut off, but he was able to put it back on, and he's now seen this as like a redemption of like life. Like when things go bad, you can pick things up and put it back together. So he's seen it as.
He's just lucky that he's lucky he still had the other part of the toe and it wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, if you take too long to put it back on, nah.
Yeah.
You're done out.
Yeah, and I guess he's seen this as a message to actually redeem himself. Because I think Nate thinks he's like the worst person ever, and he's trying his best to prove that he's not. But somehow he ends up proving that he's even worse than the guy that we perceived him to be at the very beginning. So
I think this is Lucifer falling out of heaven moment for him. The fall from grace.
Yeah.
Because ultimately he's always been able to be like, I'm Nate, I can do anything. And in this situation, he's not Nate and he can do anything. He is weak. He is vulnerable. He is pathetic. He even has the girl that was begging on her knees for him going, the fairy tale is over.
Yeah, she had like a real reality check moment now when she's like, I'm going to go do it on my own now. And who does she call? Cassie calls her best
Maddie.
friend. The only friend she has is Maddie.
Maddie knew
to help me out.
Who she was from a very young age.
For real. So now Cassie's gone off to work along with Maddie to build her OF page, some sort, like a paywall page to do her explicit content.
She's having to do this whole like makeover, basically become LA influencer-fied.
Yeah, literally. And we have like a very interesting scene that a lot of people are speculating because we see essentially all the girls in one scene, which we haven't seen in a very long time. Minus Jules, of course.
When they're in Lexi's garden?
Yeah, and they're all talking. Of course, Ruth is now working with the DEA, so they switched out her drugs with fake drugs. She wants to get more drugs to cover up the fake stuff she has, so she's going to Matty for help. Obviously, behind the scenes, people have been speculating that Zendaya and Sydney Sweetie well, Zendaya doesn't like Sydney Sweeney and refuses to be be in any scenes with her. So we have probably like the only scene we actually have actually watched.
And then even then,
together.
you don't actually know if they're there. It's in the same location, but you don't know if they're actually there together because you have Maddie and Rue together, and then Sydney's over there on her own.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, and they actually never talk to each other. It's only Zendaya, it's only Ruth talking to Maddie, which is quite interesting. And also then we have Lexi that actually just reads every single one of them and says, "What the hell's wrong with you guys?" I think Lexi is meant to be the audience. She's meant to represent us because every time she speaks, it seems like she's saying what
we're thinking. It seems like, are you doing drugs again? You're not doing drugs again, okay? But you're now a dealer.
Yeah.
You're a digital pimp.
Yeah.
And you're a prostitute.
Yeah.
But I'm like, also, but what are you doing?
What to Lexi?
Yeah, because what are you doing?
What is Lexi
these are your friends and you're judging them.
Yeah. So she just randomly had that outburst. But speaking of Lexi, she's working within the production film industry, and she actually gets Jules to help her out for one of the productions.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. She got fired for a reason. She did not brief the girl.
You think it's Lexi's fault?
Yeah, she didn't brief her.
She didn't.
She didn't brief her.
She said be creative.
Yeah, and she didn't brief her properly.
Yeah.
If anyone who has worked in the creative industry would know that don't just say be creative. Yeah. You have to brief someone and give them specifics. Otherwise, for all you know, she could have done a neo-Nazi painting.
Yeah.
You have to be very specific and give a clear outline. So either her bosses didn't give her a good brief or she didn't brief Jules properly. And on top of that, she outed her.
Oh, she did do that. She did that.
She's a shit friend.
But are they friends? Her and Jules?
Sort of.
They're like acquaintances. They have mutuals.
No, she's best friends with Jules' ex.
Yeah. You know what Lexi is kind of like the squirmy person that's like, when she's under pressure, she'll just give up. She'll just say whatever she can to get out of it. That felt like she was under pressure.
Yeah, but like you don't. Yeah, but like also you're in Hollywood. I don't think outing anyone's gonna make you doing anything better for you.
Yeah, I think she was trying to do that as a way to like, she's trying
justify.
To so it's like that's why she did it.
Yeah, but either way, it was never your business to be saying.
Yeah, so now
and on top of that, you didn't do a good brief.
Yeah.
So now they're saying, oh, okay, so you don't respect your clientele that you've just basically pitched to us, and you can't properly brief to them, and you want to work in this industry.
I feel like we're gonna get her doing something.
Her own.
Either something, she's gonna do something bad. I don't know what it is, but she's gonna find a way, because she's working in an industry that do dirty work to some extent.
Some degree,
and she's been judging all her friends throughout. I think she's gonna be pushed to the edge where she feel like she might have to go beyond to like to like sort out the problems, because obviously Jules took huge offense to them not wanting to use the art piece. They told her to redo it, and she just put a bigger penis on it because the painting had a bunch of
penises.
Penis? A lot of penises.
Is it penis?
Probably penis.
No, because what do you call a collective of penises?
Penises. I don't know. Oh. Penises, right?
Penis?
I
don't know.
But there was a lot, and she covered it up and put a giant penis on top of it.
But then there was this idea that ultimately these characters are kind of going through this arc of trying to express themselves, and then ultimately it comes back and throws them in the face. And this is very much the case for Jules.
Yeah. I want her relationship with Lexi would go forward, because now I think Lexi's gonna get even more trouble now because of the painting. So we'll see how that plays through. But we do have more story with terms of Ruth obviously being the informant, working at the strip joint.
But hasn't Lexi been fired?
No, she hasn't been fired. She's still working there, but they put her on thin ice.
She's on what's it? She's on what's that thing that you like? Not probation. That thing, PIP, performance improvement program.
They let her know that how much money she has cost them by them pushing back the shoot dates, I think it was a crazy number, like 50K. I think the totality of it was like 100K.
Yeah, she's on PIP.
So
My
she's on
girl's
finance right
it's
now.
not looking good.
That's why I feel like she might be pushed to the edge where she might do something that's
Reckless.
out of her character to get ahead at the workplace.
She might start pushing drugs.
Probably so. Then we have two stories happening at the same time. We have Ruth, of course, now being the informant in the strip joint, trying to get information, and we have obviously Matty and Cassie going to an influencer party to help Cassie blow up her OF page. So we have Ruth. So it's weird because we have these two scenes happening at the same time, where Cassie goes into a really popular influencer and kind of like befriends him to go into his bedroom to essentially possibly have intercourse. Maddie made it very clear to her, don't have sex with him, but open it up enough so we can get some content out of it. Then while that's happening, we have Ruth dealing with the absence of, what's that girl name again? There's that stripper that went to the
Oh yeah,
the
I know.
rehab.
Yeah.
She's gone missing. We don't know where she is. Apparently, she just left and ran away. We don't know, but we have a replacement. So the replacement's now there, and it's a very disturbing scene. But we see Ruth looking at the CCTV cameras, while the new girl is potentially having a train run on her. While this is happening, we're seeing Cassie about to have intercourse with this influencer.
I mean,
And
bear in
these
mind,
scenes are happening.
it's just a lot of drugs and just a lot of like
Yeah.
sex. I feel like some of it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I don't really
I
understand.
just feel, and I know this is very Gen Z of me being like, I don't really like sex, too much sex and stuff on screen, but like this was just unnecessary.
Very much so. Like I feel, even do I have it on my phone? Because there was an article posted by Days where they spoke to a bunch of sex workers and
Oh
gave
yeah, I've seen that as well. Hold on, I saved it.
their opinions on what they think about the TV show itself. But yeah, okay.
Do you want me to get it up?
Yeah, I've got it here. I've got a bunch of different quotes from a different bunch of different sex workers in the industry saying that Euphoria was obviously written and made by man, and non-sex workers. It's kind of painful. We've got another comment saying, on one hand, I want to feel happy about representation of us working girls. On the other hand, how we're being represented to the world. It feels like we're watching Sam fantasies play out on the screen. I hate how OnlyFans has been portrayed as a humiliating thing. The show is making a mockery out of sex work.
Euphoria suggests that sex workers can just post whatever they want online and they have eyeballs go on their accounts when that's not true. Very true.
I've been a whole for almost a decade, and let me tell you, clients are not like that. And the Serenian rap, what the fuck? So most of them are kind of disgusted by how the show's been portrayed, and this scene that I'm speaking about kind of is like a clear example of it, because we're seeing these two scenes happen at the same time. The whole time I'm thinking, why isn't they doing this very like uncomfortable scene? Like I'm not even seeing her as Ruth, I'm just seeing her as the actor of like kind of like co-signing this weird little fantasy scene of like literally a girl being a train ran on her through a CCTV camera. Then we have Cassie taking cocaine and about to have sex.
And it was, I mean, no, don't say that, Marion.
You're better than that. You're better than that, man.
Yeah. Rise above.
But yeah, while those two scenes happen, of course, Maddie comes in the room, which is kind of like a playoff when she was banging on the door when Nate and Cassie were hooking up. This time she comes in with a cameraman and they film, and Cassie gives them her handle, and then her page starts to blow up. Then on the other hand, we have Ruth speaking to the girl after what happened and saying, "Are you being forced to do this?" But then we have Rosalita that sees that conversation, and now she believes and now can confirm that Ruth is not on the side of them. Then there's a huge argument going on between the strip club owner, Rosalita, and Ruth. But what happens while that's happening? Of course, we have the robbery. We have what's the woman's name again? We have her,
Laurie.
Laurie's henchman, workers come through
And
doing
Faye's the getaway man.
for real, coming through, breaking down, stealing some money. But there was a very interesting part where like they threatened the girls, Rosalita. I can't remember Rosalita's name, character's name. We have Rosalita and Ruth. They threatened him. They threatened to shoot them. The strip club owner, he's like, do what you want to them. He doesn't care. He's counting down with the gun pointing at their heads. Then he just makes a sound effect and it goes bang. Doesn't shoot them.
Pardon me.
Then he puts the gun at him, shoots him in his chest. Then puts the gun on his penis. And guess what? He folds, gives them the code to the safe. They take the money and they run out. And I guess that's where the episode ends with the robbery. But they caught the camera person, the driver.
CCTV. Yeah.
And who's the driver? Of course, it's Cherry. On the getaway.
Chloe Cherry.
Cherry.
But Faye, yeah. I feel like Rue is gonna set them up. He's gonna set up Laurie to go into jail. She gets the money from them back. And then she says, "Oh, I've been working for Laurie this whole time." Gives Alamo all his stuff back, and she says, "Yeah, I'm out. Leave me alone."
I think it's gonna be very like a collide of worlds, and somehow she kind of sneaks out unscathed. There's a lot of reference of her being.
But I'm happy that she's not doing drugs. You know.
Well, so far.
It's going well. But considering the environment she's in, she really could have.
Yeah, she could overlaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't got time for that now. She has to lock in.
She's stressed, man.
She got to lock in. But yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite episodes so far.
I feel like I'm upset that it took this long because we're halfway through.
Yeah.
For the pacing to get to where it is now.
Yeah.
I feel like the first two episodes were just fluff.
Yeah.
A lot of the scenes could have just been cut. A lot of the scenes did not need to exist.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we've got the last 4 episodes now. We'll see how things go through. I'm really excited to see what happens next for these characters. Mostly see how it plays out with Ruth, because she's in a very predicament. She's in a bad predicament.
But have you noticed both Rue and Lexi are in a bad predicament?
Yeah, just in different industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Birds of a feather.
Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think of the series so far and any predictions going forward. Until next time,